We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
So don't say nothing. Deuce. Nike 18. 60 Maverick.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. Focus defense. Fofo 80. Check 25. Check 25. Check 52.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Check safety. Check safety. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 18. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now back to throw. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain.
That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger.
He'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Come on. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
You pump. Let's go.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake it? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Dolphins nothing.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, check back 39. Check back. Hurt. You must be dreaming. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Hey, check back 39. Check back 39. Let's go, D.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60. Good trap. Rush in. Rush. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 18 Rattler.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
I can't believe they
Now Saquon Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Run for Pollard. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And take it right on the 30. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36.
Let's go, let's go. 60 Bobcat.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Get the ball. Under 10, under 10, 10. Viking 18.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
See what you got.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Well, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Second and 3. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Gun. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, smash. Come again. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Go.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Okay, ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here should be an easy one. And his kick is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, here's Barkley. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Again, it's Barkley. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
First down, and it's Pollard again. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Check that. Street. Hurt.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Dolphins. 52 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Now here's Pollard. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises them. Heck out of a defense.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll go to Barkley again. He's got daylight past the 20 and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him, but I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts, but his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
First down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check, nickel, nickel, nickel. Check, check, check.
They'll run with Pollard. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. So he visits pay dirt for a 2nd time. Unfortunately, they're still down on the big board.
And I wonder what's going through his mind right now. Playing hard, making big plays. That wasn't a small run by any stretch of the imagination either. To find the end zone for the 2nd time, yet his team still down. They need more of that from him and a little help from the defensive guys.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. So that'll back him up 5. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist. 70 Timberwolf. Trap 60. Trap 60.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Check Mike 39. Nice, sweetheart. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Check Mike 39.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check Mike 39. Watch the run, watch the run. Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Dancing to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tarvarius Moore able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 10.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check Mike 39. No 10. 19. Tiger 19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This game's still fairly well at hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, you know, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Let's go one more.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be caught at the 30.
We live for this.
Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
2-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 48. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Now it's Barkley. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Giants on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. On third down, they're going to go with the option. This is out quickly to the right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And now here is another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run the down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 6-yard line.
Here's Barkley. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this point.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Check Mike 39. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? Warrior 17.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
19 Tiger. Riggs. Check Mike 39.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. You don't know no better. Say, hey, go get him.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field.
A 51-yard gain.
The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Push him back.
They'll try and run the option to pick it up. That's out to the left and complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, so despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Giants 54.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, You just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, folks. Well, this will conclude the end of this game here. This franchise pretty much fucked my whole season up. I was undefeated. They sent my playoff game. Well, I got a forced loss in my playoff game, and I was undefeated. And it should have been a force to me, but I was playing I was playing the Patriots, so I'm the fucking Dolphins. I whooped the Patriots' ass. He didn't want to play me. He was stalling the play, and it kind of irritated the shit out of me. So when I got my playoff game simmed or forced loss, and I'm 16-0, it's crazy as fuck. So I missed the fucking off season. I have no returning offensive players. I mean, I didn't get no good draft picks or drafted players because all that has been handled and controlled by the computer. So I was contemplating if I was going to stay in this league or not. And I just lost so much on offense that it's really like a rebuild year in a sense. But I had the team that I wanted. And I liked the team that I had. So now it's a year later, and all my players have either progressed real hard or regressed real hard. And I lost 3 receivers. You know, my 3 receivers that I had some superstar trait receivers. So now I have no real kind of like offense. I had 2 superstar receivers that were obviously gone. Keenan Allen was one, and I had I can't think of the other receiver that I had. But so now this team is like kind of, I got to refreshen the whole team. The offense, I lost all my offensive linemen. So it's looking pretty bad. It's looking pretty bad. As you can see, like my offense is really terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at my completion percentage and my plays that I'm trying to run, I can't run them because I have no line and I have no receivers, and I still have to build a quarterback. So, I mean, it's really ugly. Like, and then I lost my starting defensive end. I don't know for how long, but so I mean, this game it didn't get ugly. It got ugly toward like the second quarter, because I couldn't really do nothing on offense because this guy had superstar traits all over the goddamn place. So my offensive line was just really, really messed up. So we have pressure players, you know. So I mean, against my offensive line, against his defensive line, where he has like, I mean, you can go look. I mean, I can go look. To tell you the truth, he was the Giants. I mean, X Factors for the Giants. I mean, this dude got Darren Woodson Jr. motherfucker. I mean, Darius Slayton, Michael, fake ass, you know, like these fake players and shit. So, I mean, he has receivers, and then he has the whole D-line and the whole linebacker core they're all superstar or X Factor traits. I mean, look at this guy. This Shaquem Griffin, secure tackle. I don't know. And then he has Nick Boyle, who's a tight end at fullback, who has another superstar. Like, what the fuck? Like, how? How did he get it? I have the slightest clue. A fullback, Nick Boyle, has superstar. Like, how the fuck he get him as superstar? I have the slightest clue, but it's not my problem. But he has superstar players everywhere. So, I mean, when you look at my line, my line is really, really bad. My left tackle sucks. These guys are really, really bad. They're not. It's not even fair to what those guys had to go through and endure that whole game. And so I was getting pressured from the quarterback throwing erratic passes because he was under pressure because he has all his pass rushers with the, they can get pressure with not even being into the quarterback's face. So he will rattle my quarterback. So I got a star quarterback, and he's still getting developed. And his under pressure is 82. So when he gets he gets happy feet and all that stuff. When he senses pressure, trigger happy, senses pressure. So he's getting pressured the whole game, and it's just bad for him. So he had a very, very bad game. So looking at my offense, all I got is really old Tony Pollard, who I don't know what to do with him. He's a running back at the end of the day. Receiving core is really bad when your fastest receiver is 5'8". I really don't like none of these receivers. These guys are, I like them, but then they're old. He's 27 and he's 30. So the progression there for those guys are really bad. And so, I had two superstar receivers that were 95 and 93 last year. So, they helped out a ton. But, it's ugly. The team is really ugly. I don't like the team at all. Because when you miss an off season with a team like this, you can't miss off season. And they pissed me off when they lost my win, my game, my playoff game. When I'm sitting at 16-0, like you have a 16-0 user who's played all his games because I documented all my games because I played in all the games, and I broadcast them for the rebuild of the Miami Dolphins. And these guys send my playoff game, lost my playoff game. And I was ready to play all day, and the dude can only play at a certain time at night. And I was gone to I had some basketball games to take care of, and I wasn't able to be there before the advance. But I was it's a 24-hour advance, and these guys are advancing at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Pacific, that's 6 o'clock. Who advances leads at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock? That's like middle of the day. So it was a 24-hour playoff league. It's playoffs 24 hours. So, I can't play during certain times because I either have practice or I got basketball camps and basketball games and all types of crap. So it's really hard to get those late games scheduled or the early games scheduled around 3 because that's when everything starts to take place, around 3 to 5, 3 to 6, 3 to 7, around that time. So the guys, I can't play them nowhere near before then. So they end up giving me the force loss, and I'm sitting at 16-0 versus a player that was 9-7. 9-7, bro. Dude was 9-7. He was the Patriots in my division, and he sucks. So I didn't play some of these games, and I'm 2-2. I got 2 wins, and it's just really stupid. Like that's what's killing me right now is because they send my game. They fucked up my whole episodes for the rebuild, and I rebuilt this team all the way to 16-0, going to the playoffs, and I get my fucking playoff game sent. A force loss. Not even an even sin. Force loss. So it's very terrible. It's very disheartening. That's why I missed the playoffs. That's why I missed the off season because I'm sitting there like I ain't really tripping. Like I'll probably just can this league, and that's most likely what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna can the league because there's nothing on offense that can help me do anything when you're going against super teams and you don't have superstars on offense. I got one superstar on offense, and it's the running back. And there's really not too much I can do with him because of how he's built. I mean, I can change it. I can change this. You know what I'm saying? I could change this to, you know, first one free or ankle breaker. Freight. I can't do freight train because I can do freight train, but I can't do freight train because his trucks is very bad. And I can change these. I could change these up. But I mean, what good would that do? What good would that do? I mean, he still needs to be developed. He doesn't even have. You know what I'm saying? Like he does. I can't even get human joystick because he's fucking 40 years old and he's only 90 overall. So I mean, jukebox, steerable juke animation. Nobody want that. Nobody wants steerable fucking No, nobody want that. Energizer, short out elite, grab and go. Like that's trash. Those are all trash. Okay, spin cycle. That's trash. Can't bulldoze. Short and elite trash. Balance beam. Yeah, I can probably use that. But would I use that over running back apprentice? No, I wouldn't. So I mean, he's not even a good. He's not even a good superstar. I'd rather have it as a receiver. You know what I'm saying? So these superstar abilities is really trash when you got a certain running back that's not really good. Change of direction is good. His agility sucks. Juke move is good. His spin move is good. So I mean, I could put that there because he had Truz where he doesn't fumble. Because he get hit stick, he gonna fucking fumble. You know what I'm saying? So I can do freight train, so where he can break tackles. Because I think his break tackle is. Where's his break tackle at? Carrying bulk of 86. That's not even. That's a word. I can do it, but I mean, balance beam and evasive. I'd rather I can do that and just run the ball 30 times a game with him, zone reads and all types of crap. If that's what it's gonna take for me to do it, then I guess I have no choice but to do that with that team. If I stay in this league, so that's the thing. It's a big freaking if. So everything else, this guy sucks. 90 elusiveness, 82. Like I didn't build this guy. This is my second year in this league, and this league is in year 8. So I mean, I'm kind of like stumped on what I should do. You know what I'm saying? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, this is really bad. So I mean, we could go with that route and leave it be. In a sense, I mean, because at the end of the day, I don't have playmakers like that. I got Tony Pollard, okay, Byron Jones, bottleneck, acrobat, and pick artist. I can go acrobat, and I don't run a ton of man because his speed. I don't like his speed. You know, so I mean, bottleneck defender realized that the best way to stop a run is to act early. When they enter the zone, they are highly likely to enter a dominant win at any man press. So you go bottleneck, you go shut down. So I mean, we will shut down acrobat. I kind of want to do. I like pick artist but I'd rather just keep them on, but just go there. Then the next guy, let's see, Dolphins, Ronnie Harrison, tip drill Stonewall, that's fine. Tip drill Stonewall, under pressure. He got hurt, so I mean, he's done. Tip drill Stonewall, goal line stuff, post up. I mean, I don't really got nothing but fucking damn. So, I mean, we can just see. We can see. I'll see how I feel the following weeks. But I will not be recording. I will not be recording any more games from this franchise unless the rules are stated that it has to be a Monday, Sunday night, and a Thursday night game. If you're the game of the week, a Monday night game and a Thursday night game, you have to broadcast your game. So that'll be the only way I will broadcast this game. There won't be no commentary at all if I do, or if I have to on those days, on those games. So sorry that they kind of fucked up the whole shebang, because this was a really good league and they just didn't want another guy going. Because the guy I just lost to, he went undefeated the year before I joined, and then I went undefeated the next year. And I don't know who won the Super Bowl last year. I have the slightest clue. I think it was Steelers, or it could have been some NFC team. I really don't know. It wasn't the Giants. But I'll do some research and see if I plan on staying in this league or not. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. It'll probably be some Hour of Power of a lot of Call of Duty Warzone. Other than that, I think I'm pretty much done with Madden. And catch you guys on the next one.